Welcome back, everyone, from the break. We are here once again with the ClanTour 2.0 tournament, round 2, quarterfinals match coming at you between Fife here on the Legion side, taking on Donkey Kong here on the Hellborn side. I'm going to be your main shoutcaster, What You Got, and I will be joined here by a co-caster, the one and only. You might have seen him in last series, Little Fish Panda, aka Ramaty. How is it going, Ramaty?
Well, you didn't have to rat me out like that. Little Fish Panda was a secret account, you know?
Oh
Uh,
my, cat's out of
uh,
the bag. Or fish is out of the tank, however you want to call it. How you doing?
yeah, right. Well, little sad after last series, but now we don't have to play. We can cast all the games. Good for you
That's true.
guys,
We can
right?
cast. We can cast all day now. I mean, we got nothing to do. We got no more games to play. But I do got to ask you a question before we get started. So, does your ass hurt more from sitting in your chair in that series or from getting your ass whooped by Big Ego Crew?
Well, I know. For now, Big Ego hurts more because I haven't sat here for very long. But
Okay,
as the
maybe
day
later that'll change.
progresses, the chair is gonna hurt me more.
All right, enough. All right, let's get started here. This is going to be a really nice best of 3 series. I think these two teams are very high caliber, and I'm very excited for this one. But we got the bands already pretty much completed here, so we got to get to the draft. We got Andromeda, Moira, and Monarch banned away from Slaska here on Donkey Kong. Pebbles, King Clout, and the Cthulhu Font banned away from the side of Fife. There, anything really sticking out to you in those 6 bands so far?
It's just funny how we were just talking about name the 4 supports in the boy draft, and 3 of them are now banned.
That's
But
a lot of
yeah,
supports, yeah.
and yeah, Pebbles, King Cloud, Cthulhu Fant. I guess Imbo is banning Initiator heavy heroes, but there are plenty of Initiators to be had, and Kraken, it's gonna be Slaska's choice of Initiator.
Clanks.
Oh, and here we
Okay,
go.
yeah. So they're gonna pick up the Kraken here on the first pick for Donkey Kong, and well, Fife doesn't waste too much time, and that those are some heroes that look pretty familiar, at least to me. They pick up the Keeper of the Forest and the Clanks. If you talk about teamfight presence, Keeper of the Forest, bringing that route to the teamfight is going to be a pretty powerful option for them.
Right. I said here we go because Keeper Clank is the classic Imba Boy draft.
Hmm.
We've seen it before. They actually beat the currently holding champions Doghouse with it,
Yes, yeah,
one
that's a
game,
good
but
point.
then they did lose the series after that when this draft
Master
got
of
banned. But
Arms.
very, very strong draft. I expect something like a Flux in this. They usually run it, and perhaps a Bihi. Something along those lines usually comes to mind when looking at these heroes. And Donkey Kong gonna answer it with Master of Arms.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Donkey Kong's thinking about the Sandwraith pick here. It's a carry that they're really comfortable with, and they're I think one of the team that's most likely to pick up a Sandwraith on the scene right now. That's like a really comfort hero for them, which is really good against the Clanks. So I think if we don't see a Sandwraith pick right here on this third pick, we might see it banned out in the next wave coming out from Fife. So I think that's what they're using a lot
Midas.
of their time on, perhaps. But they do go with the
Mhm.
Midas instead. So they have a Moa and a Midas. What do you think about that follow up to the Kraken pick?
Um, Not bad heroes. I could have imagined them picking Flux themselves with the Kraken, as we've seen it work great in the previous series.
Hmm.
Smiley face. Uh,
Maybe not the best execution is perhaps what you were trying to hint there, but okay.
But yeah, I mean, Midas strong lane clear, strong lockdown. Not a bad hero overall. So is Master Farm. So they are pretty wave clear heavy here. So they're not gonna have any problems with perhaps Keeper pushing towers early, them grouping
Okay.
up early. And other than that, Master Farms can still be run as a support, a second support, or a carry or core. So there's still have plenty of options here.
Yeah, definitely flexible there with the Master of Arms pick. We tend to see it, I think, more as a secondary support nowadays, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see it as like a position 2, position 1 style of
Behemoth.
hero. Um, Sandwraiths for Benzington and Magmas are the ban, so there is the Sandwraith ban right out of the gates on the second wave there
Hmm.
coming out from Fife, and then we have Thunderbringer, Flux, and Icor getting banned out from Donkey Kong. So there's the Flux that you were talking about. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know if we talk if the casters from the previous series talked about the hotfix patch at all, but Thunderbringer did get some nerfs. So he's still getting banned here. Clearly the teams are still not wanting to play against the Thunderbringer as well as the Icor. He got some nerfs, I think, across the board. If I got that correct as well.
Right.
But Sir Benzington and the Magnus, I think, pretty straightforward bans.
Yeah, pretty
Unless there's
straightforward.
anything you want to touch on there on the 6 bans.
Not really here.
So we have a Behemoth into an Aluna. Looks like those will be the supports for Fife. And then we have Corrupted Disciple into Geomancer. So first take me through Donkey Kong's draft as they have completed their 5 picks. What you think?
I think this could be an aggressive trialing kind of draft. It looks like very like a Moa Geomancer Corrupted could work very well in a lane, and Kraken and Midas benefit a lot with that solo experience. So I could see them run that, and perhaps it's a very strong trialing with Moa Corrupted Geo. Moa is a very long range setup, and Corrupted brings the damage to the board, and Geomancer is the follow-up stun. So lots of kill potential and 3 ranged heroes, so a lot of right click as well. And meanwhile, on the Legion team, Behemoth, I kind of called it out before that that's a classic hero in this draft, and Aluna. But now that they have the Flux banned and the Kraken picked by the enemy team, I wonder what hero they're gonna go with as their kind of mid hero here.
Yeah, it looks like they're still lacking that kind of secondary core, maybe to back up for the Clanks, provide some damage with all that lockdown they have from the Behemoth and the Keeper. Well, they have 30 seconds and change here to kind of piece it together, but what I'll pose the question. What do you think that they're going to pick up here before they do end
I
up
could
picking?
actually see the Prisoner being picked up here, as we see in last series. It can work, and against the Midas, it can provide the ganking presence. Electrician also could be one of those. Okay, they go with the Gladiator.
I was going to say Bubbles, and I'm going to, even though I saw Gladiator picked, I'm still going to go with that one. But they do pick up the Gladiator. So, some more team fight presence, some AoE to supplement the Behemoth and the Keeper of the Forest. Do you like the Gladiator pick there as the final pick?
Yeah, for sure. It's similar in a sense where it can set up good ganks on the Midas or the Kraken, depending on which one of them is mid. And yeah, it has a bit stronger lane presence, I believe, than Prisoner in terms of harassment. So overall, pretty solid pick, and HAHA is gonna be playing that. And I wanted to point this out earlier, that Donkey Kong has 3 ringers here, as they were not able to bring their full lineup to this tournament today. So they're gonna be playing with Satellitium, Solgon Wide, and Salt as their 3 non-main roster players. So I'm hoping to see
Holme,
they,
and
yeah.
Jim Carryu, I think, are missing today.
Yeah,
so definitely a different roster. That's something to kind of
right.
look out for.
And Fife is actually playing with 1 ringer that is kind of pulled in last second, Squadbob, aka Squadbob.
Yeah,
they're
JP fell
playing-
asleep.
Yeah.
What else is new? That's nothing new. He's done
Little-
that more than a handful of times that I can keep count of anymore. So that one doesn't surprise me.
Little flame shout out to JP here.
Oh, flame shout out to JP. There we go. What's a cast without a little bit of flame, right?
Right. And okay, MOA is boarding top, so I think my prediction to how they lane might be wrong, because he's boarding top, meaning they will probably run him in the top lane too.
So I don't know if I asked this question or if you answered it when we analyzed the 2 drafts. Which team's draft did you like better? Or do you like better?
I feel like Legion's draft is just easier to play. I feel like Hellbourne's draft will require a lot of coordination.
A lot of skill shots as well.
A lot of skill shots, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they will need good team play in order to pull it off. Meanwhile, Legion's team is just they have that keeper route that kind of routes the screen, or the Gladiator can kind of show down people. So even though it's still quite like obviously every team fight requires skill to pull off, but I feel like Legion can do and hit spells more comfortably. So I give the edge to Legion.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair assessment. I I think I would lean a little bit towards Legion's lineup just for the, as you pointed out, the ease of execution. And then, of course, we have the player hero combinations, the signature Keeper of the Forest, Clanks that we've seen so many times before. This just feels very comfortable for Fife. And then we have a lot of questions kind of unanswered yet about Donkey Kong playing with almost like half a new team, if that will affect their play at all. But yeah, so we have Slaske playing the offlane Midas, very flexible player there.
Right.
We've seen him play a number of roles in prior tournaments. I think he's played support, played mid, even was playing carry for a short while before they did switch Busk over to carry. So and then they have Satellitium playing the mid, which he's very notorious for being a mid player. So no
And
surprise there.
speaking of
Kraken.
hero player combinations, the Satellitium Kraken is one of them that comes to mind here.
Yep, I was going to mention that as well. So you beat me to that one. But we already see Keeper of the Forest doing his thing here in the top lane, kind of pulling the creeps. So already being a nuisance, which is what Zane is really good at doing, just really annoying the off lane. See if he can get that lane control. But both teams running the single hero in the long lane.
Right, it's a little off for me because we usually see when Imba drafts this keeper suicide, we usually see mid lane.
Midas could be in some trouble here. Here comes the stun from Aluna into the fissure. This is going to be a lot of damage. If the bang hits, it will slow him, but it does miss. He's going to most likely use the health potion there, so he escapes the first wave of spells.
Made by a mid lane Gladiator took a lot of damage from Geomancer and Kraken and almost went down, but now he's gonna help it up. But I was gonna say before that we usually see when Imba's team runs this keeper suicide is that they usually leave a very strong and very sustainable 1v1 hero against this keeper, because most of the times one or the two supports is even not enough to stop him from pulling and messing with the lane. So there's not really a point to having a support against it. And
yeah, and it's kind of interesting to me what they're doing. They have Corrupted Disciple. Hold that thought. As we have Midas. Might go down for the Bloodlust kill here. He has the warp, but this is going to be Bloodlust to the Clanks. Oh boy, that's an awkward pause. But I think we can safely say this is Bloodlust to the Clanks here. So this is already the this is the start that Fife wants. Is
place
get
their bet.
that extra GPM boost there on their carry. Which we've seen time and time again. If you give Clanks a good start, he really takes advantage of it once he gets rotating into the jungle. So.
For sure. And yeah, this Midas is dead. There's no escaping it. Maybe they paused to prolong his life a little, enjoy the little things, looking at him being alive, but
here lies slaskedyret.
Yeah.
In the grave, he is about to go, and soon he will be alive once again. But yeah, that's gonna be the Bloodlust kill for the Clanks. Hey, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I didn't miss Bloodlust for once. That's a new one for me.
You only needed a pause.
I only needed a pause to make sure. See, the players, they think of me when they're playing even. It's so kind of them.
This was a pause for you, right?
Yeah, exactly. They didn't pause for themselves. But we've been seeing Geomancer. He did rotate into the mid lane early on. He's already stacking the jungle, so what do you think that they're going to do with the jungle? Do you think that they're going to rotate Kraken and Moa into the jungle, or do you think CD is going to look to take that early on?
Either, to be honest. It's fine by me. I would just really like them to take them as soon as possible. Perhaps with Moa level 3, Kraken level 5, or CD level 5. I think it should be possible. And because I see a lot of the times, even in our own team, that stacks sit there a lot and untaken, and that's kind of a wasted resource. And mid lane, Moa is coming into gank, gets the real one because he's level 4, but he's gotta be careful because Behemoth's coming in and he's showdown.
Yep, there's a defensive fissure from the Behemoth. Gonna prevent the follow-up here from the side of Donkey Kong. So Gladiator will be just fine. Even picks up the Marchers here, so valuing the early movement speed over the bottle, which I think that's quite understandable.
Right. Oh, Midas. Gets a kill.
Oh, Luna actually goes down to the tower. It looks like he was manning up there, but Midas turns it around. The Hellborn tower, the team gets credit for that one. Just on in the mid lane. Pitfall gonna miss. There's Golden Apple coming out from Moa, as he does get showdown, but Kraken's pressure will force them back, and there will be no kills here in the mid lane, just some traded pressure.
This is, I think, a possibility of how Hellborn should have laned to begin with. The Geomancer Midas could have had some kind of lane presence against the Clanks and Luna early, even with the Behe there. They both have escapes, so I don't think they would have died, but now Midas needs to be a bit careful, he's only half HP. But I feel like Hellborn's rotations have been a little bit awkward as they don't really have kill potential with just the Geo and the Kraken onto the Gladiator. They don't really have the setup to pull it off.
No down comes in the mid lane. I think this is just going to be some harassment with the pitfall. Gladiator is hit level 5 here. Kraken a little lower. He's level 4, but he's going to find himself at double damage.
Bottom lane.
Yep, bottom lane we have Midas going to get stunned up by the fissure, and that's going to be another kill there for the Clanks. Power throw going to miss on the Geomancer, but I don't think that would have been enough damage for a kill nonetheless.
Right. And they get chased out of the lane by Clanks and Aluna. Little greedy, walking up with half HP on the Midas to farm, so he got punished for that. Make sure to keep your HP high when you're manning up, because gank can come anytime.
So they continue to keep the Master of Arms up here. It really has not been able to stop Keeper from pulling the lane. We see him here, he continues to have the lane by his tower, so he's already level 4. And I have to imagine he's denied some creeps from CD, but I was kind of monitoring CD's creep kills early on. I think he started off kind of with some creeps denied, but he's done a really nice job so far. He's recovered up to 30, so has one more than the Clanks currently, which is maybe he's killing some Keeper minions, giving him some extra creep kills there in exchange.
Now I would like to see that Kraken pushes up the mid lane and rotates into the jungle, perhaps on with the 6 minutes rune, and takes some of the stacks at least. I think he can probably take an easy stack alone and a medium stack with the Moa's help.
Bottom lane we have a Dixon connecting there on the Clanks. Fissure will connect and they will take out the Midas, and Geomancer, he's going to fall as well. That is 2 kills going the way of Fife, and it is now a serial killer streak for the Clanks, who is already approaching the 500 GPM mark, sitting on 470 as he picks up the Steam Boots, and he's building toward that light brand for that Dawnbringer.
Right, it's very dangerous giving this good of a start to Imbaboy Clanks. I fear for Donkey Kong here.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want to be doing when going up against the Clanks. You could almost argue just letting him freely farm would be even better at this point than giving him the extra kills on top.
Right, DD on the Kraken, gonna spawn, but he's not gonna do anything with it.
Level 7 Gladiator. He's going to use the call to arms here. There is a rotation coming in from the Behemoth. There's the Fissure. They need one more auto attack. There's nothing to whip though from the Gladiator. Release the Kraken comes out following up that Torrent as the port is coming in from Geomancer. Now this is not going to be enough damage for a response kill, but both sides using their ultimates there, neither netting themselves a kill.
Right. This is what I meant when I said Geomancer is a bit awkward here, because he can't be bottom because the Clanks and the Luna are way too far ahead by this point to have any kind of contention to the lane. He can't really be mid because he's just kind of watching Kraken farm. So the only place he can be really is top. But Keeper is always messing with lane control, and they're gonna try to dive him here.
Speaking of Keeper, they're trying to go for a dive. The port is coming in. This is just one port. Now they do have 4 players up here. It is going to land. There's the Behemoth. And Keeper, he does not have a root. He's just level 5. Master getting blocked there by the Tree Dogs. Good micro coming in from Zane. Is it going to be enough damage for a kill? Keeper's going to fall first. But they do get the kill onto Master Rooms. And now Behemoth is in trouble. The Overload is activated from Corrupted. And it will be a 2-for-1 in favor of Donkey Kong. They're thinking about turning it onto the Aluna here. No boots up on the Aluna, but he does get the safety net of his tower. And Donkey Kong will fall back. So it is a 2-for-1 when it's all said and done here in the top lane.
Right, perhaps if they coordinated the Aluna TP with the other TP, with the Behemoth TP, it could have been a bit better for Legion, but 2-for-1, not the worst thing in the world. Wait, what's 1-for-1? Never mind.
Keeper gonna give armor to the tower there, try to regen it up, but we have the 8-minute rune spawning haste for the Geomancer, and they're looking for a fight here. Release the Kraken is coming up in 3 more seconds. There's the Earth's Grasp coming out. There's the stun from Master of Arms. The Call to Arms is gonna land onto several heroes. Release the Kraken comes out on the Gladiator, but he will fall first. And will they have the damage to bring down this Gladiator? Here comes Corrupted with that Electric Tide as he does use the Conduit now on the Behemoth. He wants more, and Aluna is going to stun him up there with the Emerald Lightning as the Behemoth does use a defensive fissure, and it looks like it'll be a trade of both mid players and no more further kills as the rest will all escape.
Right. Good response from Corrupted. He ran all the way from the top lane to get that kill, and it could have been pretty bad for the Hellborn to get lose 1-4-0 when they had a haste rune. So good heads up play by pannysucks, aka Busk.
Yep, definitely a good job from him, and he continues to be on par here with the Clanks. So, you know, we talked about his 3-0 start. Corrupted is 2-0. Looking very identical in the GPM charts, but we still have a lead here from Fife at 9 minutes, 1200 gold, and 1500 experience. But yeah, almost identical, just a little bit better on the Keeper of the Forest. He's 200 GPM compared to the 139 of Midas, but definitely not like an out of control lead so far. So still very even.
Okay, so Keeper of the Forest, he's level 6 here. He's suffering a little bit. He's only under 200 GPM. We usually see a little bit higher GPMs from Zane when he does this. But
Look at how much health the tower regen, by the way. It was almost dead here in the top lane. It's like at about 1/3 life now.
Oh, it's still on fire because it was in deny range before? Probably, right?
I don't know. That's actually funny. I didn't think of that actually. Does it stay on fire if it reaches full health? That'd be funny. Well, Donkey Kong's thinking about making a collapser for this tower. They're kind of making more players come over in the area. They do currently have 3 people up here. Geomancer's making his way over. There's the stun from Master of Arms. Midas actually misses the combo here. There's the transient going to land there at the end, but here comes Gladiator and the ports are coming in. There's Behemoth and Clanks. They're going for the dive. Zane does go down on the Keeper, but now the turn is coming in with the Call to Arms. They take out the Corrupted Disciple. Now Midas could be in some trouble as well. He gets stunned up by the Bang. He will use the Elemental Warp, but Clanks is going to chase him down with that Hawk, with the clear cutting going through the trees. And they will make it 2 kills going the way of Clanks as he takes a boost there up to 510 gold per minute. Corrupted falling to 440 plus GPM. So that did not work out for Donkey Kong whatsoever.
I think they really wanted and needed to kill the Keeper before he got his root off, because it's just such a good setup for TPs. And we see it right there, the super hard punish by Bar 5 here on the tower push.
Yep, excellent response. TP's coming in. As Clanks, he already has the light brand picked up. So I wanted to bring this up to you. Clanks, he goes straight for the farming item as Geomancer. Oh, he's going to go for the dig TP. I think he's going to make the escape there. There's no enrage on the Behemoth. I think it would have maybe been in range, excuse me, enrage. But so Clanks goes for the light brand, whereas in comparison, Corrupted goes for the Astrolabe. Do you think that that's going to set Donkey Kong back a little bit, or do you think that he needed this early game item pickup against the
I feel like it comes from a strategic standpoint where Corrupted wants to sustain himself in fights early game against this very strong teamfight lineup of Legion team. So depending on which route this game goes, whether we're gonna see Clanks free from for the next 10 minutes or Donkey Kong is gonna go really aggressive, that's what it depends on, whether it's a setback or an FS.
Yeah. So in comparison, we have the Astrolabe picked up on Gladiator. He's got the Steam Boots as well. He's very, very tanky. He's sitting on almost 1500 life. But Donkey Kong, they continue to try to push this tower, and I feel like every time I check on it, it's still around this 600 to 700 HP range. This is
lane,
level
Midas.
4 Nature's Guidance. Yeah, bot lane, Midas is gonna warp, but he's gonna go down to the Aluna here. Smackdown comes out from Squadbob there on the Aluna. But here come the ports in the top lane. There's the Keeper Root locking down Corrupted. Do they have the damage coming in? As here's Behemoth, Gladiator. The whole team is here. Corrupted is just going to fall. There is no escaping this. And he falls once again. So this is now his second death back to back here in the last couple of minutes. And
Right.
They're still not going to be able to bring this tower down.
I'm surprised he was positioned that aggressively with just the Geomancer around, not even in range.
Midasport's in here. He's going to get stunned up by the Aluna here. And he is currently alone in the tower. They're going to go for a dive here as Behemoth is making his way over. There's the stun. Midas is going to fall. The TP support, team support was not ready. Now they do have Kraken Portal Key, and perhaps that is why they were thinking about trying to set up a defense here for this tower. Kraken is going to try to pick a target here. I think he wants the Clanks. He's going to miss the charge, unfortunately. The release of Kraken also going to miss. That is very unfortunate. They're going to try to continue this fight, though, as CD ports in. They're going to get the kill here on the Aluna as Master of Arms picks that one up, but I think that might be the end here as, well, Kraken's currently using the bottle sips, but we're going to see both teams kind of disengage from each other, so I think that's still in favor of Fife with the 2 kills versus 1.
And it might not be over just yet, as Geomancer is using stock. Okay, never mind, it's over. And yeah, it is heavily in favor of Fife, I think. They put some pressure to the tower. They didn't lose their own tower still. And at the same time, they got 2 kills for 1, so good disengage also. And yeah, we see why Kraken's a bit
Mid lane, we have the Crystal Field coming out here. GMS are going to fall. Kraken also going to fall. The double damage on the flanks as the setup was there from the team support. And he is now on a 7-0 kill streak, 565 gold per minute. He's making his way down bottom, and the DD is still up for another 4 seconds. Midas uses the warp away. Can he bring him down before the TP lands? There was no stun available on the Behemoth when he ported in.
Right,
Unfortunate.
just reloaded.
Midas will make the escape in that bottom lane.
Okay, so now we see how it all played out in Clanks' favor in the debate whether Astrolabe or Lightburn first compared to the CD. It obviously, well, I said that Donkey Kong wants to go aggressive, but the opposite happened. Fife was going aggressive, and they actually do bring down a lot of heroes. And Clanks is now 7-0 at 550, so over 100 GPM advantage over the corrupted Disciple here.
Yeah, so he picks up the vestments here on the Clanks. I have to imagine he's going to finish the Dawnbringer here with this lead that he's built. I don't think he quite needs the Shrunken just yet, but he does have the Mighty Blade, so he has the option of doing as he chooses here. CD in response has just picked up his light brand, so he is still, you know, quite a ways behind in terms of the Dawnbringer Shrunken route that we're probably going to see him go for. Similar to the Clanks this game, but do you think we're gonna see Corrupted need both the Geometer's Bane and the Shrunken against the Keeper, or is that like just only late game when Keeper gets his Resto Stone?
Oh, that's bottom lane. Behemoth's gonna get jumped by Kraken.
Yep, nice stun coming in from the Kraken. Uses that release the Kraken just to secure that kill. A lot of damage coming in from the Kraken there. And which will delay his portal key there on the Behemoth.
Back to what you were asking. Whether Corrupted needs both the Geometers and Shrunk ahead, I would say probably. Though obviously Geometers is quite good of an item on carry heroes like Corrupted, and so I think people wouldn't mind picking it up. But a Shrunken also is very useful against Behemoth. It's very useful against Clanks. Very useful against all of Legion's heroes pretty much. So I think he definitely needs both.
Okay, yep. So there's the full Dawnbringer. We get that question answered and out of the way. And I'm fairly certain we'll see the Shrunken head next from the Clanks.
Right. No surprises probably coming out.
So 2,400 gold on the Gladiator. He's had a fairly good game thus far. He's 420 gold per minute. Doing a little bit better here than the Kraken as that tower does fall to the Keeper in the top lane. We have Donkey Kong grouping up in the mid lane trying to force some pressure. There's a Fissure Stun coming out from Behemoth. Midas going to miss his combo. Now he has overextended with the warp, and this is going to mean he will fall here as the port comes in from the Gladiator. Midas will fall there. But my question was going to be before that did take place, what do you think we'll see from the Gladiator here? Is he going to go, you know, for something like the Mbaka Brilliance, which is pulling up a lot of gold? Or does he go for like the straight up raw teamfight presence, items like Barrier, Astrolabe, Barrier, Storm Spirit, Portal Key, the kind of utility Gladiator that we do see from time to time? What kind
Well,
of route do you think we should see here?
being as he has 3,000 gold pulled up, I suspect the mock pickup, but I would really like to see more utility items, such as you said, the barrier idol, perhaps demonic, something like that. Even maybe a portal key later on, so he can initiate better.
Yeah.
And all of those, I think mock, obviously, I think they have enough carry presence in the clanks, so
Yeah.
I doubt he needs it. And I wanted to point out earlier that this behemoth has a portal key almost, that you pointed out as well, but I feel like he's kind of the unsung hero of this game because he has been in 12 kills out of 14 on Legion team.
Yeah, he's definitely made his presence felt this game, and he has found himself 40 creep kills. So I think some of that came in the jungle, some of that came in the lane. He's done a good job of finding his farm this game, and there's the portal key. This might catch Donkey Kong off guard. Now, it is only a level 1 shockwave, but still the portal key nonetheless kind of is a big pickup for him. And he's going to go in here with the enraged on into the fissure. They're going to maybe bring down the Kraken. He does make the escape. Here comes the transmute on the Behemoth. The ports are coming in from Donkey Kong, and it looks like Behemoth, he might go down here. He has the portal key coming up in 5 seconds. He will fall there as they do use the Keeper Room. They're up the Disciple. He's going to use the Afterlife. He's going to heal himself up, and he gets pulled back from the showdown. He will fall. Kraken is now going to use his release to Kraken. As there's the call to arms taking him out, and it is a very good fight here from Fife. The power throw not going to connect there on the Midas, but they do bring down the tower. It was a 3-for-2 exchange in favor of Fife, and Clanks is still ready to go here, as it looks like they will now fall back here to
Really?
oh, the TP actually got stopped here from Clanks. He's maybe thinking about hanging around the area.
Maybe
As,
Gladiator
perhaps
code
this
up
ancient
next
stack
game.
caught his eye.
Probably, yeah. And I wanted to point out how deep that dive was from Legion, and they still managed to win that teamfight, which kind of shows how far ahead in terms of teamfight they are right now. They all have their core items. They have the portal key on Legion. They have a portal key on Aluna too now. Wow, Aluna is 330 GPM. Quite impressive.
Yeah, he was actually he's actually higher GPM than both the Behemoth and the Keeper of the Forest, which I was gonna mention Behemoth getting the portal key despite being the lowest farm.
Shockwave
There's a
lane.
shockwave coming out on the Kraken in the mid lane. They're gonna have enough lockdown as the power throw comes in from the top lane as well, connecting there. And that's the champion and Newerth streak for the Clank, still sitting on 0 deaths.
And
They're gonna call it here at the 20-minute mark. A 14,000 gold lead is going to be enough here. 18-8 hero kill advantage for 5. But you know, Ramaty, before I let you say final thought, do you think we're gonna see either a Keeper of the Forest or a Clank's Band next game coming out from Donkey Kong? Because I think those are just some heroes you can't really get to fight. That's just too much comfort.
I expect both banned next game. Though they did deal with the keeper quite alright. Yeah, he didn't get a super good start, but god damn that Clanks. Probably will be first banned next game.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to maybe see some adjustments from Donkey Kong in game 2, but you know, gotta give credit to Fife. That was very well executed from top to bottom. So they're gonna take game number 1 here. I think we'll go on a very short break before we get game number 2 up and running. So stay tuned, ladies and gents. You don't want to miss game 2 coming at you between Donkey Kong and Fife. From the break, ladies and gents, we are here again with game 2 now coming at you in this best of 3 series between Donkey Kong here on the Legion side, once again taking on Fife here on the Hellborn side. Fife currently leading 1-0 coming off that victory there with the champion and Newerth streak Clank. I'm once again what you got rejoined here by Lil Fish Panda, aka Ramaty. Welcome back from the break, Ramaty.
Hey, what up? I'm excited for the second game, and I just want to give a quick shout out to Fife, not the team, but the organization that supports gamers worldwide. And if you want to know more, check out their website, fife.io. That's 5eife.io.
Thank you for shouting out the sponsor here. Appreciate that one, Ramaty. Looks like we're already kicking things off here with the bands. Pebbles, Cthulhu Font, and King Clout band from Fife. Andromeda, Moira, and Monarch are banned from Donkey Kong. So,
Okay.
well, there is no Clanks, no Keeper of the Forest bands.
Not
what I expected.
I want to know your thoughts on these 6 bands.
Kraken.
What? Is this the same game again? Hello?
Are we watching a replay?
What is this? Okay, so 6 bans. Let's see. Pebbles, Cthulhu Fun, and King Cloud by Kajto, aka Imbe and that's pretty much the same bands as last time, I'm pretty sure. And Androba the Moira Monarch. I think all of them are the same, right?
You know, I don't remember if there was a Pebbles ban in the first wave of bans, but this draft, like
Really
the
similar,
first
at
5
least.
picks and the first 6 bans look very, very identical to game number 1. I'm just blanking on a couple things, but the Kraken and the
Right.
MOA were definitely in the first 3 last game.
Right.
But we have
Even
the
the
Behemoth
players
here
have deja
already
vu.
to supplement. Yeah, yeah. We have the Behemoth here once again to supplement the Clanks and the Keeper.
Right. I
Um,
mean, if I'm Imbe, I'm like, all right, if you don't wanna counter this draft or ban it, I'll just do it again. Sure. Oh, and yeah, Slaska drafting the same 2 heroes for now, but now he actually changes it up a bit with the Blitzbig.
Prisoner.
Yeah, so
And
we see the Blitz and the Prisoner coming out. Just, before we get into that, I just want to talk about the bands once again. We have the Gladiator, Flux, and Glacius from Donkey Kong, Sandrace through Bensington, and Magmus. Um,
uh,
I think
uh,
those are the same bands from Fife, but
different bands
uh,
from Slaska there. I think
yeah,
he didn't ban
the
Gladi obviously because it was played,
right, and the
and
Glacius I think was
Flux,
also. I don't know if that one was
which
banned last game.
right. So let's see what Imbaboy could pick for the middle lane now that Gladiator and Flux are banned. Um, what do they usually run here? What's your
They like heroes like War Chief.
right?
Um, Maybe something like a Drunken Master could be an option for them this game. Yeah,
Oh
there's the
wow, nice
there's the
call.
Drunken Master. Um,
So
I
yeah.
saw Haha practicing that one. I think they had some scrims yesterday against Backdoor Protocol, so that one kind of jogged my memory there. And we've been seeing a lot of Drunken Master not only picked but also banned in this tournament so far,
Mm-hmm.
as he's been getting a lot of attention recently. So that one kind of
Yeah.
not surprising me at least.
He's
Y-
objectively a really, really strong hero. Well, in my opinion, it's a bit too strong, but yeah, at the moment, it's really ban material for me at least.
Yeah, and
Drunken
I
Master,
think
that
the
is.
way it's shaping up right now, I think we're gonna have a Drunken versus Kraken matchup, which I think that's a pretty even matchup. Both have a lot of lane presence,
Mm-hmm.
especially against another melee hero.
Right.
Um, but yeah, outside of the Gladiator pick, this is the exact same draft coming out from Fife. So definitely, it's hard to say this is not comfortable for them, as we saw them really dominate last game with it.
Yeah.
So they're looking to do the same thing here, close out the series 2 games to nothing. But Donkey Kong, I think they maybe thought about it, and they have maybe a different strategy in mind this game, with some different picks.
Mm-hmm.
As we see the Blitz, the Prisoner, and the Dampier. So this one screams a little bit more aggression to me.
Right.
Maybe we'll see
They have
something like an
tried in
offensive
at this
tri
point.
lane,
Yeah.
or a 2-2-1 setup, something like that, where they do adjust the clanks this game. So, I'll leave you a question here. How do you think we're going to see Donkey Kong lane with their current setup?
Okay, I'm gonna say it again, and please do it, Donkey Kong. Do an aggressive try with Prisoner Moa Blitz.
Let's get
It's
it
a good setup
on.
with the Moa stun for the Prisoner hook. So it is that there is that for kill potential, and also yeah, it's just overall a good try in, and the Dampier can probably take on the Keeper. I think that's why they picked him, and because Dampier can probably skill his Bloodthirst, that's his passive, to give him a little bit of sustain in the lane to kind of tank some creeps and deal with the Keeper messing with the picks, with the lane control. I mean, and okay, but looks like
I don't know
Hellborn
if
team picks
you're
up on
I
this.
don't know if you're seeing this, but both supports TP to lane ward, and they're
Oh,
both gonna spot each other out there on that little pathway between the trees there. So, well, there's gonna be some mind games coming in now for sure. Who warded
okay,
where? I think they're both gonna expect, this kind of,
yeah.
at this high level of play, people really kind of have an idea of what's going on. So,
Mm-hmm.
they're not clueless by all means. They know something's fishy.
Right.
We'll see if they can kind of predict where the wards got placed, as there's always those
I'd
fun mind
say
games going on.
Hellborn wins that engagement to say just put it like that because right if you spot Hellborn support right he can block the easy cam, he can place a ward between the easy and the medium cam, he can place a ward behind your tower. There are so many ward spots that
Hmm.
it's quite a large area that you need to cover with revs even if you know there's a ward somewhere. While Whereas Moa got spotted running back from the lane, so they know it's gonna be a lane ward, and it's
Yeah,
what makes
that's
most sense.
yeah,
So
that's a great point you bring up.
you can counter every lane ward spot with just 2 counters, so that's the maximum amount of counters they need to spend here.
Okay, yeah. So they did give a Rev Ward to Keeper of the Forest. This was picked up by the Behemoth. So we'll see if Keeper can predict this one correctly.
Exactly.
Oh, he walks right. He could have almost placed that, right on top of that ward, and he would have been just spot on. It's a good heads up counter ward coming out from Keeper, and he's even pulling the creep wave there with the tree dogs, blocking the 2 camps with the other 2. I mean, look at how comfortable Zane feels on this Keeper. You can already tell that this is something he's done many times before.
Yeah.
But we immediately have Clank's TP away from the top lane, so that's kind of the big one for me, is that they do not want to match up the tri lane versus tri lane with Clank's. And Keeper is already porting up here. I'm sure we're going to see the supports rotate as well. The question is, are we going to see the Legion's tri lane follow the Clanks around, or what? Because if they do that, where is Dampier going to go? Is he going to stay down here? Is he going to be part of the tri lane?
Right, I think it's not a bad tri lane with the Dampier. They still have a bit of kill potential. Obviously, Dampier needs to commit to kill someone because he needs to fly to them with his vampire flight. So that's a bit worse than just hooking them, but still, I think with Dampier, Moa, and Blitz, it's still not a bad tri lane. And they set up a nice ward behind the tower to support this tri lane, so they know when the supports go to pull that. You see, like, Legion team, even though they saw that Aluna was here, they didn't even try to counter ward yet. Well, partly because Dampier was the only one down here, but also partly because I'm pretty sure they don't know the exact spot of the ward.
Yeah, so they're going to get the lane control back toward their tower. Now, we do have 3 players from Donkey Kong kind of in the area, as we have the 3rd port coming in from Fife down here. There's Aluna taking some pressure. Dampier does have the flight still ready as the stun comes in from Blitz. This could be the Bloodlust kill on the Aluna, and it will be the Bloodlust kill, but Dampier, he is walled off, and he is going to fall. So despite getting the Bloodlust, they will kill the farmer there in the Dampier, which, is... So I'll pose you the question, as I tend to like to do. Is the Bloodlust on the support going to outweigh the kill on the Dampier?
I'll pose you the answer, as I usually do. I think it was quite an even exchange where the Bloodlust matters a lot, and I think Blitz having that early boots can benefit a lot in rotation, so that's the Legion part of things, but at the same time, obviously Dampier not having
There's
the
a stun coming in from the Blitz, he uses the quick, and there's the hook coming in from Slasky on the Prisoner. Now are they going to have the damage to bring down this Clanks as Moa is making his way over? There's the Acid Bomb, going to slow up the Clanks, and Clanks will fall. Blitz going to use that quick, and once again, he's trying to juke in the trees. Another Blitzkrieg stun comes out on the Behemoth. Now he does have boots on the Behemoth. The auto attacks are coming in from the Master of Arms as the stun comes in from Aluna in the background. Blitz is going to make the distance away, survives with 27 life. Shackle is up on the Aluna, but oh, Moa snipes him out with the last auto attack as Clanks is going to land the bang here. Behemoth with the body blocks, and this is going to be a return kill here on their Master of Arms. So what a chaotic fight here. We have a 3-2 hero kill lead coming in from Donkey Kong as they do have a 500 gold lead, but getting the kill there on the Clank is going to be pretty nice in the end.
Right. That definitely makes up for the kill on the Dampier earlier, and now the lanes are kind of mirrored to how they started, right? So I wonder if the Hellborn team's gonna keep rotating, as Clanks does have a TP, so I wonder if he's gonna use that to go top, and then just ring around the Rosie kind of continues.
A lane that we haven't really talked about this game is Kraken versus Drunken. 26-0 Kraken against 23-1 Drunken. So this is, as we kind of expected, a pretty even matchup in terms of the creep farm. Drunken going to get this invisibility rune down here at the bot river. He will win the rune battle here at the 4-minute mark. For Kraken, he'll get that Merrick's rune to refill his bottle back up. Both heroes kind of up their kill presence game at level 6. Drunken with the 3-point strike, dealing a lot of physical damage as well as stun. But of course, Kraken, we know what he's capable of with his release the Kraken. If he's able to land that on the Drunken,
I believe it's a bit tough on the Kraken to land that release the Kraken, because on that delay, that about 1 second delay before the release, the Kraken immobilizes Drunken, can jump out of it, and then
there's a stun on the Aluna coming out from Master of Arms. Blitz is in the area, but they're not going to go for that. I'm a little bit surprised that they don't go for the stun into the hook.
They knew Bihi wasn't here, so they could have probably went for it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they were playing this a little bit passively. They do even have this lane ward as well as this river ward for information, but maybe now they're gonna go here as Blitz. He's speeding himself up, trying to get in range. They want the clanks though. That is the target. He's gonna get stunned up here on the cliff terrain. Prisoner's trying to line up the hook, but there's a two-man fissure stun in defense from Fife as the hook does miss there. I think he was just a little bit out of range on the Prisoner.
Yeah,
Especially close there. There's a bang landing on the Master. They're thinking about turning this one around. Prisoner, he's not really looking to re-engage here, which he's gonna line up a hook here. Oh no, it misses. They're gonna lose both supports, and this is disastrous for Donkey Kong. This was initially their initiation coming out. They get turned on with 2 kills. One going to the Clanks and one going to the Behemoth.
Bit of an awkward lane coordination by Donkey Kong, as Prisoner was just not in range to follow up any of the single target stuns that the supports provided. Then he was kind of too late to the party, and then he went back to lane, and the support just kind of stood out of position, and well, they were left there to die.
Yeah.
A hasted Behemoth.
Hasted Behemoth here in the mid lane, gonna deter Kraken back.
Race carring towards top lane now, and I think Dampier has the heads up from the team that incoming.
Yeah, so Suicide Dampier, that's not something we see all that often, but you know, he's in this 1v1 matchup for the most part against the Keeper. Here comes the Root, going to spawn. There's the power throw from Aluna. Is he going to be able to heal up in time? There's the Consume, but he's blocked in by the Keeper minions. 4 players all of a sudden surround him as Clanks gets here at the last second, but not needed for that kill, of course. And that's going to mean a tier 1 tower here going to fall.
645, that's a very early tier 1 tower fall. I think Keeper did put a lot of pressure on it earlier as well. And Keeper's gonna take the last hit, and he's doing way better than last game, obviously being in a 1v1 in the short lane. 350 GPM on the Keeper. Well, Dampier has the death, but...
Mid lane, there's the 3-point strike, locking Kraken down. He's gonna miss that release the Kraken as he jumps out with the stagger there. You see how fast Drunken Master is with those Ghost Marchers. Just so mobile as Blitz comes in with a quicken to get Kraken to safety, but nobody ends up falling here in this mid lane.
Right. I'm not sure if what I said happened there because I missed it, but I think
yeah,
sure
he used to release the Kraken and he jumped out. Now here's the Fissure Stun gonna come out. Drunken is very low, but he's got the Keeper armor. Doing, as I like to call it. He gets sent in the air on the Kraken, and there's just too much lockdown with that wall blocking Kraken's pathing there. And as the announcer says, the Hellborn are owning. It is a 6-3 hero kill lead now for Fife.
At the same time, it's not the worst thing for Donkey Kong because Clanks this time doesn't have the start he wants. Now, when he gets his farming item, or even perhaps a bit earlier, he will rotate to the jungle as Hellborn are already making stacks right now, and he's gonna recover quite quickly. So Legion needs to really keep check on that Clanks all game, not just the early game.
Clanks is getting into a position here with that Hawk activated. There's the Fissure from Behemoth. Aluna with the stun, setting up the bang here from the Clanks. He gets pulled in. There's the Prison Break. Is he going to get it off? It's going to pull them back, and Clanks does fall. Prisoner is going to survive here. The Acid Bomb is down, and Aluna's going to use the Deja Vu. There's the stun coming in from Blitz, but a beautiful teleport to that Deja Vu, going to avoid that stun, and Aluna will make the escape. But what a turn coming in from Donkey Kong as the team support comes in to back up the Prisoner there.
Right, not having the ulti on Clanks really reduced their damage, and the 1200 HP Prisoner makes the escape and the counter kill as well. So well played by Donkey Kong. That's exactly what they needed to give them a little bit more edge in this early game. And bottom lane,
bot
big
lane,
rotation.
we have the Keeper here setting up with the Root. Clanks is he did port down here as Prisoner. He's expecting this. Dampier is going to jump in. There's the Root locking him down. The Consume comes out to heal him back up, and here comes the hook from Slaskedyret on the Prisoner. They're going to break down the Clanks. One more auto attack will bring him down. Dampier trying to hold his ground. He has a Fear ready to go as Drunken is now here, and Dampier is not going to be able to survive this one as he gets taken down by the Keeper of the Forest. But Kraken is here in the background. He does have his release the Kraken ready to go, trying to line up the charge here as Keeper. He's going to get shown here. There's the splash with the Torrent. Drunken goes in on the Blitz. There's another hook from Slaskedyret into the tower here on Drunken. The shackle gets removed as he does take that one down, but here comes release the Kraken, locking down Drunken, and it's a double tap coming out for the Kraken, and all of a sudden he has 1,500 gold getting closer to his portal key. We see Behemoth using the Veiled Rot there to try to make the escape here from the Legion's jungle. Now, bot rune area, they're going to spot out the Kraken, perhaps. Behemoth, is he going to get the double damage? Kraken's going to charge him away. He picks up the DD. Huge plays coming in from Satellite there as Prisoner comes in as well with the Shackled and a Luna does fall. And this game just took a 180 turn, ramaty. We once had Fife leading here 6-3. It is all of a sudden, with the blink of an eye, a 10-7 hero kill lead in favor of Donkekong.
Amazing plays by Donkekong here, all over the place. And yeah, you said Hellborn were owning like 2 minutes ago. Now it's Legion's team owning. I believe it went from 3-6 to 10-7. So very huge swing. And hook attempt maybe. No,
yeah, Prisoner trying to be sneaky there, faking the hook, trying to get him to use that lunge, or that stagger. You know, I always mix up the names on those abilities. I don't know why, but I always call stagger lunge and lunge stagger. But that's besides the point. Yeah, we have Kraken. He just gets enough gold for his portal key there. He's got Release the Kraken coming up in 15 seconds with a double damage rune. That's very scary.
Oh, bottom lane.
But bottom lane, yeah, we have Dampier. He's going to get opened on by the Shockwave here. Invis Behemoth from that Keeper. Here comes the Fear. He's going to turn it with the Consume. Does he have a flight ready to go? In 1 more second, Behemoth going to pop the health potion, and nobody dies down here as Kraken, he slows his portal key, I think, in the base currently. But the big one there is Dampier holds his ground with a heal, so gonna stay alive there.
Donkekong must be happy about that.
Ultimates were used.
I think that's about the 3rd time he escapes me. Barely just getting his ultimate off.
Right on the blitz here. He's gonna get the opening on the clanks. Is the hook gonna reach? It does go off before the Illuna Stun. He gets hooked in. There's the Prison Break, gonna pull him in. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we have a kill from Kraken with the
mid lane.
And mid lane, yeah, Dampier. Is he gonna have the spells coming back up? Drunken's just a little bit too slippery, as you know he chugs that beer glass within the top lane. Hopefully the cameraman got that one as Prisoner. He was not done with the Illuna. But top lane, Drunken is going to bottle up the Merrick's rune there. And it looks like he will be just fine. No mana on the Blitz. Kraken, though. Oh, he's going to line up a charge here. Sate, is he going to bring him down? One more hit. He was on 15 life. That is so unfortunate. He didn't have mana for the Torrent there. That would have been enough damage for the kill. But it's a good escape coming out from the Drunken, picking up those vestments, saving his life. From that charge damage.
Action on all 3 lanes. So, cameraman, if you caught any of that, props to you. But
cameraman, you're working overtime. We appreciate you. Behemoth gonna spot out the stacks being stolen here, and Clanks, he's only level 7. So yeah, you called it. This is a completely different game than we saw in game 1 where the Clanks really took off. Veiled Rod on the Prisoner. Is he gonna be able to line up this hook? He's got the portal keys going in for the Clank. Here comes the Shackle. The Fisher Stun comes out in defense, and they might try for the hit here on the Illuna. He does get hooked in. There's this follow-up from the team support. And meanwhile, Drunken also goes down. I missed that one. That one was in the mid lane to Dampier. Was that a solo kill? From the Dampier? I think he solo killed it. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, the ports come in. They're going to get the catcher out. Keeper the Forest. There's the hook coming in. Keeper the Forest goes down, and the snowball from Donkekong continues here. 16-7 hero kill lead. We now have a 6,000 gold, 7,000 experience lead as they do deny the tower in the bot lane. Simultaneously, they are pushing to the mid tier 1 tower. And will we see any defense coming out from Fife here on the mid lane?
I think they don't have their core items yet. Like last game, I think about this time.
Ports coming in though. The tower is going to fall to the creeps as Kraken ports to safety. And they're going to get that one without any resistance there. As Kraken picks up a Soul's Bulwark here. This is a very quick follow-up to his portal key. So,
Kraken and
sporting the
Prisoner
fort, 60 GPM, definitely showing very
much
yeah, you pointed out Sate on Kraken. That's a comfort pick for him. We didn't get to see his full power last game, but this game he is showing us that he's bringing his A game here. As Behemoth does steal the Invis rune here. Drunken is hunting for blood. He's going to punch back the Moa, and Keeper will get that last hit on the kill there. So they give up the tower down there in the bot lane. That should be the light brand pickup for the Dampier. Completed. I think he's got that sending out. So are we gonna see Are we gonna see any follow-up to pieces of the Dawnbringer, or are we gonna see the portal key on Dampier? What do you think Damp's gonna go for as his follow-up?
Clanks,
I thought
Clanks
Clanks gets picked off by the prisoner. I missed if that was a Veiled Rod or not, but there is no vision in the area here for Fife, so that could have simply just been the portal key picking them up.
Oh wow.
Meanwhile, in the jungle here, Drunken is going for Dampier. There's the defensive Master's Call. It's going to keep him alive for now. Will they be able to turn it around? There's the Consume coming in as Prisoner comes in with the pull. They're going to take him out. Kraken with the defensive charge there on the Behemoth. Behemoth getting slowed up by the Blitz. There's the hook from Slaskedyret. He is on a domination streak here on the Prisoner. Master of Arms on the Chaser, on the Aluna, the Deja Vu. Is he going to try to pour to it? It's not going to work. He is going to fall, and the lead continues to grow. 20-9. HeroCookie lead 10,000 gold and 8,000 experience as Clanks, you know, at this point last game I think he even had the Searing Light with a vestments picked up. He does not even have the Light brand just yet. Only sitting on 237 gold per minute.
Right, very different game now. As we pointed out earlier, are we seeing the same game? No, we are not. This is a very different game from last game.
So, oh, the question I was going to ask you is what does Fife need to do to kind of, you know, regain some kind of momentum here? You know, they've fallen behind by quite a lot here. Kraken gonna go in with a torrent here, but Aluna does a little bit of a Deja Vu. Juke gonna get her ward countered immediately from the Master.
I was just gonna say, this game is really gonna put this Fife draft to the test, whether they can team fight from behind good enough, whether they can come back. First step is always gonna be core items on the Behemoth, probably on the Clanks, on the Drunken, on the Keeper, in order to be in, you know, fighting shape. Because right now I don't really see any like big items that really make a difference. Perhaps like the Laxtalionis is the biggest item on Hellborn right now, and that's really not where you want to be when you fight. So I think they're gonna dodge for a while, or they have to, and just kind of sit on the Clanks, try to get him recovered. I think the BHPK is gonna get hurt by that, as he has to kind of babysit the Clanks, as we see here. He's not refarming as he's making his way to the top lane, so maybe they really want him. But yeah, I think the first step is always gonna be core items, and then they can maybe fight. But obviously Donkekong is also building a lot of items at the same time.
So, you know, you talk a lot about core items. Keeper's very close to his portal key. We tend to see Zane go for the sorcery boots into the portal key, and then he goes into stuff like the Resto Stone, but he's very close to the portal key. I think level 11 is a big one for him, getting the extra second of lockdown on the root as well with that portal key. But they are still lacking the damage, at least for now. We have the Prisoner going in here. He's going to prison break, pull the Drunken Master. At least Kraken does come down, locking down as well. There's a buyback from the Drunken Master as Keeper the Force is going to fall as well. It's an onslaught streak for the Kraken now as Aluna is going to get jumped to the background by Dampier. She will fall. Master's Call is going to keep Blitz alive for now. Drunken Master goes down. It's a dieback coming in as Dampier. Will he hold his ground in this fight? He is going to survive on less than 100 life. And now Clanks is in trouble. He's going to get knocked off the flight as Prisoner is here with the speed from Blitz. And I don't see him getting out of this one. He does fall. And it's a full genocide ramaty of 5. No, it's a 6 for nothing team fight with a buyback, as not a single player from Donkekong falls in this fight.
Yeah, well, that's not what they needed on Hellborn to come back, obviously. As I was saying, they need, yeah, they need their core items before they can take a fight, and Clanks just finished his farming item, so that's definitely not something you want to fight with, yeah, and he's not really the one that needs to pick up his core items. And last game, we had a Gladiator, another Drunken, and that kind of solved that they didn't need a Bihi for initiation, yeah, the Bihi PK, for a while. And this game, it's a Drunken, it's a way different story. It cannot really just go in and initiate as well as the Gladiator. So I think Bihi PK is so much more crucial this game than last game. And him having a slower start at the same time really is hurting them. Not that he's playing bad or anything, I'm just saying that I just think he's not having the good time that he had last game, as all of his team is suffering.
By the way, look at the items on the Kraken. He still remains up at the top of the charts, as Dampier actually just swapped with him, picking up the Firebrand here, following up the portal key. But he has a Storm Spirit on top of a Soul's Bulwark and a PK. I mean, this is a very farmed Kraken. He is almost getting close to that level 16. Speaking of him, he's going to release the Kraken here onto the Behemoth, so any hope of a portal key in the near future going to be even halted further here. You saw how fast the Kraken with the Soul's Bulwark takes out that second support. He just vanished before our eyes.
No
And,
release the Kraken needed even.
Yeah, you're right. With the illusion rune, just the extra splash damage. We're gonna have the shackles come out here. Here comes the storm spirit into the release. The Kraken gonna hold him down. The power throw's coming in from Aluna, but not gonna be enough for a return kill. As Kraken is going to be just fine and dandy there. Blanks is doing everything he can up in this top lane to kind of split push. Keeper of the Forest, by the way, did pick up his portal key, so he did hit that level 11 as well. He has the level 2 root now with the 3 second lockdown. But this tier 2 tower, it's going to get glyphed up. Will they look to fight here at this tower is the question. With Bale's Rod on the Behemoth, he's going to stun up the Dampier. The tower is still going to fall as the ward battle goes on at the cliff here. Prisoner jumps in with the shackle. The Luna cannot force her deja vu. She will go down. It's a bloodbath streak. There's the root coming in onto the Prisoner. Do they have the damage to bring him down? Kraken does fall, and Prisoner going to fall as well. That's 2 streaks going down in favor of Fife, as Clanks has a double damage rune, and that could be, a start to a turn here for them, as they do finally get some of the streaks taken out. Most notably the bloodbath, which goes to Keeper of the Forest. All of a sudden, he's got 2,000 gold in the bank.
Yeah, definitely a good start of things. Overextension by Donkekong, I would say. Unfortunate for Sate. He picked it into a root and then into a shockwave. Shockwave was gonna be solely
he didn't
used.
get his release the Kraken off there. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that, because I was wondering how Kraken just died so quickly there without any kind of response.
That was really unlucky for State. He was just gonna charge, but it is what it is, and but Shrunk Ahead now picked up on the Prisoner, so he's not looking to die to that shockwave anymore.
Blitz and Prisoner trying to set up a kill here on the Behemoth. I don't think they have vision as he tries to go for the dust. And this port... Oh, he's gonna guess here! What a hook coming in from Slask as he stops the TP. That was a beautiful hook coming in as he does set up the kill there on the Behemoth. That was huge.
Oh, Slask, 500 IQ hook.
500 IQ indeed. Holy cow.
That was so big brain. Good job. And Dampier finishes Stormbringer. Moa is getting close to Storm Spirit as well. So, goddamn, like Legion team is building more and more items. Halberd team is still kind of struggling to finish their first wave of items.
So Dampier, he's got the steering light here. I think he maybe just finished the full.
It's being delivered.
Dawnbringer. I was gonna ask you the question of, does he need the Shrunken right now, or can he finish the Dawn? So I guess I'll have to change my question up. Do you like that he finishes the Dawn here before the Shrunken? Do you think it's fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it's fine. I think his job is kind of to wait for the initiators to do their job and then pick out Clanks and kill him. And for that, he doesn't really need a Shrunken because his team is just gonna do the job for him here. But later on, like the Clanks will get so much stronger if the game gets to that point, and so he will need a Shrunken to avoid Clanks just kind of killing him in return.
So Clanks has got the steering light. I think we might see the Shrunken before the Dawnbringer, as the Shrunken is really, more important I think for the Clank than the Dampier, as you're kind of hinting at. I would be surprised to see the full Dawnbringer, but we'll have to wait and see what he decides to value here. Drunken Master sitting on 1,000 gold. I think he will probably be looking for a Shrunken Head himself this game. As the ports are coming in, the hook just barely misses there on the invisible Behemoth. There's the Shockwave getting opened from onto the Blitz. Master's Call gonna come out, gonna keep Blitz alive for now. He's gonna get his ultimate off, and he's gonna survive for now. Here comes the Acid Bomb damage, and they're gonna bring down the Drunken Master. Release the Kraken comes down as Aluna does fall. Will Behemoth make the escape here? There's the Storm Spirit from the Kraken, and this is going to be 3 kills in exchange for that Blitz. So a big turn on the tower with the TPs coming in from Donkekong as they pick up a double tap there on the Dampier. And he is now make it 600 gold per minute to conclude this team fight.
Look how much they had to use to just break down that second support Blitz with the Moa shield. And I pointed out that I thought Moa was going for a Storm Spirit. He buys a Sand Scepter, so that's a really smart item to pick up against the Keeper. He can free one of his teammates or himself
Yes, I completely agree with you. Definitely a good pickup there for himself, as well as possibly for an ally. We have Kraken working on his Shrunken Head now. He has the Mighty Blade picked up. Needs about another 1,200 gold or so for that Shrunken. That's going to be a big pickup for him, as Prisoner did already finish his. What would you like to see Blitz pick up as maybe his first core item this game? I know he is kind of the main support for them this game. Not really showing any items just yet, but
I wouldn't mind an Energizer here because one, it gives a lot of attack speed to light teammates, and also perhaps for chase potential to his teammates when perhaps catching a drunken. That would be a good choice, or even a tablet for positioning reasons and as short
rotted
Alexis
Behemoth here, so hold that
tablet's
thought.
the best item in the game.
It looks
Sorry.
like Dampier gonna portal key. You know, he is in a very offensive position, but Kraken is nearby. Is Fife gonna look to engage here by the Tier 1 tower? Flank's not really in the area, but
No portal key on Behemoth. I think if he had a portal key, these guys would be jumped already, but they're really hesitant since he can't just walk up. He needs about 500 gold for his portal key. It's really unfortunate that he died twice. Both times kind of getting found while TPing in a kind of juke spot.
There's the Shrunken on Dampier, by the way. Out of nowhere, he just kind of has that completed.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I don't know if he was holding pieces to that, but he farmed that very quickly. And, you know, I was going to mention having a Dampier on the team kind of screams Kongor to me. They finally do start that. I think the idea behind that was they really wanted to keep the pressure up. But double Kongor now could kind of, you know, give them a big advantage if they're able to take both out. They're going to start with Fife's Kongor here.
At the same time,
they,
Fife is doing a good job of split pushing, so they're getting something out of it, right? They
Yeah,
don't
this
really
mid
need
tower very low as well.
to contest this Kongor as, okay, Elimination is gonna get picked up here with the release to Kraken, but
Oh, the
he
tower
makes
is on
it.
2 HP. Oh, he's gonna go for it. Are they gonna jump him though? Is the question. Dampier, he doesn't have vision. A huge. He gets Nature's Guidance Invis from the Keeper of the Forest. That was big. Clank's gonna do a good juke here in the trees. I think he's fine. So they actually get 2 towers for this Kongor, and you know that's gonna mean a portal key on the Behemoth. So despite losing the Kongor, they now have that tool to utilize as well.
Yeah, great call,
lane.
Mason.
Mid lane Drunken, he's kind of scouting the area. Here comes the shockwave from Behemoth. Do they have the damage to bring down this Kraken though is the question. Master's Call comes out. Kraken gonna Storm Spirit himself, I believe. Now here comes the team support, and this is gonna backfire for Fife. The damage was not there, and Kraken is gonna stay alive. They just are too strong here on the side of Donkey Kong. The team support coming in time. No dust, and they're not gonna find the Keeper of the Forest there. By the way, look at what Keeper's got in his inventory. If there is a comeback mechanic, I think, for Fife in this game, I think it's going to be that Keeper Restoration Stone, the double root. If he's able to get that before Donkey Kong looks to go high ground with something like a token, if they do get this next Kongor killed here, which they're looking to do here. But he needs about 1,200 gold. That's going to be at least a couple of minutes worth of farming for him. So they are going to need to kind of prolong this game as much as possible. Now they do have the Shrunken on Clanks, which he does not finish the Dawnbringer, which I kind of anticipated due to the state of the game. I think that was the wise choice. If you will agree with me on that
Right,
one.
yeah, I will agree with you. And token on Dampier now, so now Legion really needs to be careful not to overextend because Clanks is at the kind of gateway GPM right now. It's not great, it's not terrible, but right now if they win a team fight on Hellborn, this can start the ball rolling for them. So they really need to be careful on Legion not to overextend.
I think the next big team fight that we see is going to maybe decide how the pace of the game kind of either continues or changes. As we see Kraken with the Haster getting a solo kill there on the Aluna. Not really too much to say there other than Kraken hits hard, and Aluna doesn't have a lot of HP, so that's going to be an easy one for him. But there's the Bound Eye being used by Prisoner. He doesn't find any wards, so it will continue to kind of control the map. We have Blitz defending at the bottom half of the map.
Right. Perhaps Donkey Kong's not sure where to push right now because they're a little split, and bottom lane got split pushed quite heavily, but now I think they're going to come into the top lane push. I think first racks down, I think it's always kind of easier to push your side lane than mid lane. Less ways to kind of get outplayed by positioning and such things where there's only one way they can get flanked from, and yeah, overall I think it's easier. And there's also high ground for them on the top lane that they can get vision of Hellborn team. So
So they have a minute and 30 seconds on this token. Does Donkey Kong need to force the issue? Do they need to use this token? Should they make like a dive, for example, or is that, is not using the token a big deal? Like, would they be fine with not using the token here?
I think if they can remove one of the core teamfight heroes, okay, 3 of the heroes, or I would say if they jump the Bihi, it's fine to die.
He's going to show himself here. Kraken is actually going to Storm Spirit himself. I think that was a misclick as he was trying to catch the Behemoth there for his release the Kraken. But, he'll have that one back up in another 20 seconds. Perhaps no harm done. We still have 45 seconds on the token. Dampier still full life. As we have Keeper of the Forest putting that armor on the tower. It's currently sitting on 26 armor. So going to make it that much more difficult to kind of break this tower. They do have that Kongor Decimator buff, though, going to help them out with that, as Dampier gets walled in from the fissure here. Power throws are coming in. We see the fallback, though, from Fife. They're not really looking to kind of overextend their spells here on that token, as, they are very threatened by that backline of both Kraken and Prisoner. So, yeah, there we go. We see Donkey Kong. They are not feeling comfortable to use this token, which, I think is understandable. You kind of pointed out, this is a lineup from Fife that if you do make the wrong decision, it could be very punishing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if they get to jump the Behemoth, it is fine to die, in my opinion. But if they can't kill him immediately, like, I think the Dampier would probably kill him immediately, but if they can't do that, I don't think it's smart to dive, because that's a high possibility of the Behemoth Shockwave having a huge impact and perhaps turning the game.
Kraken top lane, he's going to get the charge here on the Keeper of the Forest. There's the counter initiation from the Behemoth. He does use the shotgun, but he's very low on life. He drops the defensive release to Kraken. He's going to go for the port out, and it looks like he'll be successful. So that started with Kraken going in with the jump, but a big counter coming in to save the Keeper of the Forest. In response, they did use 2 ultimates there, being both the Shockwave and the first Keeper route, and I believe he does have the Restoration Stone ramaty. There is going to be that threat of the second Keeper route now, and this is where the game starts to get a little bit more interesting. We have Clanks breaking his Searing Light for a Geometer's Bane, so valuing that purge effect against the Prisoner, as well as being able to remove that Blitz ultimate, which does go through Shrunken, by the way. A very good counter to Clanks' mobility, keeping him kind of slowed in place. So very, very smart pickup coming out from Moonboy there on the Clanks, in my opinion at least. The question is, what will he do with this light brand? Will it just be a casual light brand? Will he build that into anything? I don't feel like anything other than the Dawnbringer really makes sense on the Clanks. And since he already has the Geometer's Bane portion, I don't think he wants to pick up another Firebrand. So, this might be an item he just, keeps for now and maybe looks to replace if the game goes that long.
Dampier did the exact same thing. He split his Dawnbringer and built the Geometers with the Firebrand. And Clanks has been doing this for a while. He's just split pushing bottom lane. He smoked up to get here, and he does have a Shrunken, so I think only Prisoner perhaps can break his TP when he Shrunken. So,
yes.
The only thing.
By the way, what do you think about the Frostfield pickup on Prisoner? Speaking of him, he's going to get jumped here. He has the Shrunken. He's going to activate the Frostfield plate. He uses the Prison Break. It's going to pull in the real Clanks here with the Shrunken, but there's the Keeper route locking down the Kraken in place. Kraken is going to pop his Shrunken, but the damage is already done, and Kraken does fall in exchange for that Behemoth, as we have Donkey Kong very scattered here in this fight, and Fife realized that, capitalizing with a 1-for-1, and that's a exchange I think they're happy to take, losing their Behemoth for the Kraken.
For sure, and you can see how experienced the goal maker Imboboy is.
Oh, Dampier! He's gonna maybe jump here. No, he misses his portal key initiation. And look at Drunken. He's just, I'm gonna just take a sip of my beer here, and knowing everything is just fine and dandy.
Yeah, and even though the kills are 38-13, this game is heavily in favor of Legion, but I feel like Hellborn has a way back still. I think if this was another draft or another team, I would be a bit hesitant to say they can still come back at 23,000 gold deficit. But this draft with this team, I feel like they can probably do it.
Yeah, and that gotta give a lot of credit to Five. A lot of teams, I think, would kind of, I don't want to say give up, but they might, feel the pressure and maybe make some slip-ups. But Five is playing very well considering how far behind they are. You could look at that two ways, that they haven't played well to put themselves in this position, but the way I see it is they're playing very well considering the circumstances. I think Donkey Kong, you got to give them a lot of credit as well for how they played this early to mid-game, building themselves that lead. But, they're definitely having, I think, a little trouble kind of finding that opening to kind of secure themselves the game.
Yeah, and okay, they're going for Hellborn Conqueror again, and this time it is the same as last time. So both top and bottom lane are heavily pushed in favor of 5 here. So they do take this Conqueror, but perhaps
they have
they're
a ward of
lose
sight, by the way.
for
They see exactly what's happening in the pit here. So we have a Veiled Rotted Behemoth, and we might see a, possibly a steal with the Shockwave. He might look to just try to steal the Conqueror and sacrifice himself, because that would prevent a token of life, and I think that is the biggest concern for them. I think he's going to go for it. Is he going to get it, though, is the question. That's a huge Shockwave coming in. It's going to deal so much damage, and he does steal the Conqueror Ramaty. The sacrifice is made, as they are still currently pushing both the side lanes, so he does get the job done. He steals the Conqueror, and that is exactly what he wanted to do with that jump.
Wow, I feel like if Hellborn actually had 1 or 2 more heroes there, perhaps the keeper there with the double root, that could have been an absolutely massive team fight. But
yeah.
At the same time, very well played by Behemoth, hitting that timing right, and Aluna with the snipes as well, assisting. I'm surprised nobody died on Legion even, but it was a massive play.
Oh man, get this man a tome. I want to see a level 3 Shockwave, because that could have been devastating with some power throws on top. That would have been pretty fun to see. But we have Veiled Rots here on the Prisoner. He's going to run into the Drunken Master. He's going to get the Shackle off, and you know what that means. Drunken can't lose this dagger, and he is going to fall there. That's going to be a pickoff that they were much needing. Now, Drunken Master does have his second buyback if he feels he needs to use it here. We currently have Keeper of the Forest down in the bot lane. Master of Arms going to defend that push from the 3 dogs. As Clanks, he pops the Geometer's Bane. He's going to look to put pressure on the tower here. But we have Donkey Kong. They're committing to this push. Keeper of the Forest does TP back with the armor on the tower. Going to give it, back to that 26 armor there. Going to hold off the pressure here. Clank's going to fall back, but he's still in the area top lane. So perhaps expecting maybe that they are looking for him, but as we can see, with that, I'll call it God vision, we see Donkey Kong still in the area here mid lane. Prisoner goes for a hook here, not going to connect, so unfortunately misses the hook. But Clanks, he's still hanging in the area. He sees that Prisoner is showing himself mid lane, so he's feeling a little bit more confident. But how much confidence can he have, as he does show the banks here? We do see Donkey Kong rotate over for the Conqueror now, and if I'm not mistaken, they do have they have 50 more seconds here to get themselves the token.
No.
Luna has her snipes coming up. She's gonna have to do some. Well, actually, no. I don't think she wants to snipe it. That would drop a token for Legion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're gonna concede this Conqueror, as and Luna already did their job, making sure they didn't get the first one.
For sure. Oh, he's still probably gonna try. He went Emerald Red, but not gonna go for it in the end.
Okay.
So that will be the 3rd Conqueror of the game, I think, for Legion, and Fife having just the 1.
Okay, so usually you ask me questions, but I'm gonna ask questions to you.
Yes, shoot them.
Shoot
me some questions.
What is Legion's play here to finish this game? Because you see, every time they group up in a lane, the other 2 lanes are at their base, and look at the base towers in bottom and top lane. They're both way below half HP, and I don't think they can just go 5-man push a lane anymore, because they're gonna lose the base themselves, even if they are stronger in a team fight, as they really want to fight. Five is just doing such a good job at dodging.
I think what Donkey Kong needs to do is they need to look for pickoffs on either the Behemoth or the Keeper of the Forest. If they can kill the Keeper of the Forest, that's huge, even if it means getting him to buyback, because that prevents the threat of his roots when they start to fight. But I think, you know, with the Shroud picked up on Dampier, it has to be either Dampier or Prisoner kind of starting it. And there we go. That's a great pickoff, excuse me, as that will force a buyback from Behemoth if they can, you know, pressure the base now. But what I was going to say, you know, prior to like a pickoff is I want to see a Hellflower on Prisoner. I think a Hellflower would be so good if they can Hellflower the Keeper or the Behemoth, kind of taking that hero out of the fight for a few seconds.
Yeah, for sure. And
Kraken 4,000 gold as they're going high ground. There's the buyback coming in. There's the release. The Kraken going to lock down the Keeper of the Forest. He gets his first root off though. He is going to have the Restoration Stone, but he can't get it off as the Shrunken is applied from the Kraken. And then we have the buyback coming in from Keeper. He does use the Restoration Stone. Dampier getting locked down, and he will fall. The domination streak comes to an end. Clanks is here with the damage, making a hat-trick coming out for Imba Boy, and only the Master of Arms will survive as he was not there for this fight, only with his Master's Call. So a big overextension coming in from Donkey Kong. This was 2 buybacks from Fife as they used both Keeper Roots and the Shockwave. I think they also got the kill on Behemoth once again. So he did die.
Dear.
No, it was just one kill on the Behemoth. I think he bought back prior to that kill in mid lane. So that will be the 2 roots used as they couldn't keep him from getting that second one off.
Oh my god, this extremely well played by Five. Like, this deficit that they were in was so massive, and now they are gonna be the one.
I think it was 23,000 gold. So now Wingbow on the Clanks, and that's where it starts to get scary. He's now 570 gold per minute. He's almost tied with the Dampier, who uses his first buyback. So Clanks having the buyback advantage now with still 2 available. This tower is going to fall, and for the first time we're seeing Fife on the advantage here this game. Still losing by 14,000 gold and 18,000 experience. They're going to jump in the background on the Dampier. He does have his Shrunken. He is not going to get it off. At least for now there, it will be used as they will bring down the Drunken Master. Rax does fall as Clanks. He's going to get the heck out of dodge. They're going to sacrifice the Drunken Master for that melee Rax.
Wow.
So we have all 5 alive here from Donkey Kong. What is the play that they need to make now with this kill here on the Drunken?
I am so they're leading by 14,000 gold and 18,000 experience, but it doesn't feel like they're leading anymore. It feels like they are on the back side now.
Look at all the gold being saved. They have 4,000 on Kraken, 2,000 on Dampier, as he did buyback as well. 2,000 on the support Master of Arms, who by the way looks like he's building towards a sheep stick. So Kraken with his gold here, you know, Demonic, Restoration Stone come to mind. Do they need a Spike Bola for the Clanks? What is the item that they need? Does he go for a Hellflower? These are just illusions of Clanks that they're chasing, so you know, not a whole lot going on here. So, that's an illusion of Dampier over at the mid lane.
At the same time, I wanted to point out, he's going for a Hellflower, okay. So I was gonna say MOBA is pretty close to Sheep Stick, so I don't think Kraken's gonna use one, or buy one. And so he does buy a Hellflower, which does give them the advantage of if they jump the Keeper, he's probably not gonna get his roots off. Oh,
Dampier here on the Clanks. Can he solo kill him though, is the question. Here comes Prisoner with the prison break, and Clanks, he does not have his Geometer's Bane. He used it for split pushing, and that's a huge pick off. They even popped 2 Shrunken Heads to secure that kill, which I am completely fine with. But now he does still have the buyback.
Mid lane.
He's sitting on
Kraken's gonna
gold. Yeah, mid lane. Kraken getting jumped. There's the Master's Call though. It's gonna give him a life for now. Will they get the kill here on the Behemoth? A huge turn. Power Thrust. One is gonna hit, but the shield was still up. If that shield wore off, that would have been a kill there on the Kraken, I believe. As well, he was.
Now the Clanks and the Bee are dead, so they Donkey Kong really need to make something out of this, because they're not gonna get a chance like this for a very long time again. And I was gonna say that what Donkey Kong needs to do is predict Clanks' movements and pick him up, because Clanks has been the one of the ones that put a lot of pressure on both side lanes when Donkey Kong was pushing another lane, and every time they go somewhere, Clanks is on the other side of the map, split pushing, and they lost their racks because of that. So if they can predict and try to bait Clanks to a lane where they are present, they can kill him.
Still dead for 15 more seconds. No Shockwave for 50, but Clanks, he's You know, he doesn't want to buyback with 20 seconds left on his timer. He's trying to hold it off if possible. But Donkey Kong, they're forcing the issue. Here comes the hook. It's going to land on Keeper the Forest. Will they have the lockdown? Here comes the Hellflower from the Kraken. And they will bring down the Keeper of the Forest. He did use his first route. He does have a second buyback if needed. Drunken Master goes in. Dampier, he's going to heal up with the flight. They do bring down the Drunken Master. There's the second buyback coming in from Drunken as well as the Keeper of the Forest. Prisoner is going to fall here with the second Keeper route being used. They bring down the Kraken as well. There is no buyback currently on the Kraken as we have Veil Drop being used here by the Behemoth. The Master of Arms will TP to safety as he picks up his Sheepstick there at the base. But they do use the second and final buybacks on both the Drunken and the Keeper of the Forest. Planks was not forced to use his first buyback there.
Yeah, this is gonna be the buyback game at this point. I think right now Legion's slightly ahead in buybacks, even though Clanks didn't use one yet, and Dampier has. Having two heroes out of buybacks is gonna be very crucial. So those two players really need to watch out and not ever get picked up, because that's gonna be so crucial for Halberd to do.
Yeah, the Drunken Master, he was pulling a lot of gold. He goes ahead and buys the Soul's Bulwark there, as he is out of buybacks now. Keeper of the Forest, I think he picked up a Boundai. With the rest of with his money, he's still got 2,300 gold saved up. You know, I like to play a lot of Keeper of the Forest. You know, rarely you get to see late game Keeper of the Forest, but I was gonna ask you what item you think he should go for. Typically we see, you know, with a Restoration Stone, stuff like Hellflower, Sheepstick. What about the idea of something like a staff, you know, for that, the tree eyes? I don't know if you're aware of what the Keeper's staff does. You get those eyes that you can place every, I think, minute. As well
and they are permanent, right?
As well as they spawn the tree minions on root targets. Yes, the eyes are permanent unless the tree gets destroyed.
Definitely smart item pickup in this game, because vision is so important, and I think, yeah, if the tree doesn't get chopped, then that's gonna give a lot of information over to Hellburn team. So I could see that being a good item, and looks like he bought a Luminous Prism.
So I think he's going for Sheepstick. And I was gonna ask you, you know, does the Sheepstick with a Resto outweigh a staff? Probably.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Oh,
but...
they were maybe spotted here, but no, they are going to fall back as Donkey Kong was making their way over.
I believe this counter watch should see this Clifford in Legion jungle, but not in the vision. It's just countering it.
Oh, it's like very close.
Yeah, it is very close. It might be just better range. But...
So Donkey Kong's Kongor is up. Neither team kind of making their way to it, at least for now. But Vife's Kongor did just go down, which we might have failed to mention that. That is their second Kongor, so kind of slowly evening out the Kongors, 2 to 3 for each team.
And Clanks buys a Shroud as well, so now it's gonna be even harder.
I think we're gonna see Genjuro, right? And then maybe the Symbol of Rage is the last pickup.
Yeah, perhaps he will sell his light brand later on in the game.
I think that's like the holy trinity of Clank's items. Mid lane, yeah, we're gonna have the Storm Sphere coming out on the Aluna. No release the Kraken to follow. There's the Sheepstick on the Master, but we have a split coming out from Donkey Kong, so they were very hesitant to continue that jump. They were doing Kongor with the Blitz and the Dampier, so they did not want to take a 3 versus 5 engagement there.
It was smart to fall back.
I think that they could have killed the Luna with the release the Kraken, but it may have came at a cost. So they decided to pull back. Yeah, let's go. Moa for president?
Moa for president.
You said Moa, right? I missed it.
Yeah, Master Fox tank Boulder for you.
Moa gets MVP from me, then he tanked a rock.
And, oh, Kraken and Prisoner. They're going hunting.
Is this the real Prisoner? It is. He is invis here. Now there is a Boundai on the Keeper of the Forest, and Clanks is in the area with Keeper. This is so cheeky. They do see the the Shockwave is going to miss Kraken with a huge portal key. Here comes the Shrunken and the Prison Break. It's gonna pull in Clanks. Do they have the follow-up as Keeper of the Forest? He does use the first route. The Shrunken head. Prisoner is gonna try to go for the TP. He's going to fall here. But where's the team support as Dampier is now here? They do have a buyback on the Prisoner.
Oh, the Keeper doesn't have a buyback though.
On the Keeper of the Forest. He does not have a way to escape. This Aluna is going to fall off to the side. Give it the force. Is he going to make the escape? Oh my god, do they not have the vision? He's going to portal key to safety, and is Zane going to make the huge escape here? The second buyback comes in from the Behemoth, and what a chaotic fight, Ramaty, starting off with the Kraken portal keying out of the shockwave. That was huge from Sate.
And oh my god, Zane just saved that game probably by surviving there. What a smart survival tactic there. And he did not have a buyback, so if he died, it was very likely gonna cost Hellborn team a lot in this game. But oof, one buyback used on each side. I think nobody really died. Like not a lot of people died.
Aluna and the Behemoth uses his second buyback, and I don't want to say it was for nothing, but there was no further engagement from the two sides. Double damage rune on the Clanks. He has the Genjuro picked up. Does have a buyback if something goes a little hairy here, but is he gonna look to try to hunt for a kill here with that double damage rune picked up? He's currently hitting for 554 damage. That is not something to scoff at, as he could take down a hero in just a couple of swings from his lackey.
Wow.
As
this game really takes me back, makes me feel nostalgic, where the next team fight is gonna decide everything.
19,000 gold and 28,000 experience for Donkey Kong. Doesn't this game feel dead even? I mean, if you took away the score at the top there, the 51 to 20, as well as the resources, I honestly, from looking at first glance, I would tell you this game's quite even. But that is not the case. There is still a big buyback advantage in favor of Donkey Kong, and I think that might come into play moving forward. We'll have to wait and see how Fife approaches the next couple of minutes here. But Drunken Master, I think he's working on a Shrunken Head with that Mighty Blade picked up. I don't think he has one just yet though, only with the 250 GPM. Double buybacks used. But we see Donkey Kong, they're almost trying to bait out the prisoner here mid. They're trying to get Fife to go for something, as he is kind of their tanky target with the Frostfield plate. But Clanks, he's up in the side of the map here, top lane, trying to wait for somebody to maybe overstep a little bit. There is a ward of sight here placed by the Master of Arms here to kind of maybe spot out the Clanks if he comes up here. But he will show himself, throws a couple bangs, and he's out of here. Just trying to get them to kind of react to him.
Ah, yeah. They could use a flying courier to kind of scout in the trees, Donkey Kong could. And perhaps maybe that could be huge if they spot the Clanks with it and get the catch on him. But as Clanks is always on the left side, in the top lane, in the trees, kind of waiting for the wave to come.
Behemoth's coming down into the spot lane. We got Kraken, he's in a cheeky spot here, hiding in the trees. He's expecting maybe Keeper the Forest to come here, as we see Behemoth show himself. Kraken, he's gonna be spotted by the creep wave though. Is he gonna get the catch here? He uses the Tsunami charge. Oh, he spots him! There's the Hellflower, and he's gonna get the stop on the TP. There's no buyback on the Behemoth. He is dang dead for 70 more seconds. That is a big pickoff coming out from Sate, and he doesn't use anything, very valuable. Yeah, mid lane we have a fight. There's the Master's Call coming in defensively. Aluna is going to hold her ground for now, as Blitz is going to get gone on. Here comes the first Keeper route, as Clanks is here with the Shrunken Head. Dampier is going to kick him off the fight, but there's the Wingbow kicking in as the misses are coming from Dampier. The second route comes in from the Keeper of the Forest, and he does get the lockdown there. He did not have the Geobane available to stop that second route. Dampier does buyback with the post haste. They're gonna jump here. There is the Kraken. No, he's gonna fall. He cannot get the opening on the Clanks, and it's going to be a buyback used here from the Kraken, as that second buyback not gonna work out for Donkey Kong on the Dampier here. He buys out the post haste as well. Yep, Kraken uses his first buyback.
I think I would give the buyback advantage to Hellborn now. All of a sudden, Dampier is out of buybacks. Prisoner has been up for
still has two. That is very huge. As Clanks is kind of that key hero for them. By the way, what do you think of this Restoration Stone pickup? It is not going to be a symbol of rage. He is more or less item capped now. He could look to replace the Steam Boots for a further item, so maybe that one will be the symbol of rage.
I think it's the safe choice in a sense, because I think it's 100% for a double Shrunken. And the reason for that is Legion can't kill him with auto attacks. So as long as he doesn't get PK sheep, locked down in some way, He's gonna
Right.
be fine hitting, even just sitting and hitting.
Luna and Behemoth. No, Prisoner's gonna use that Frost Field and fall back.
And
Maybe doing some
so
scouting with the bound eye
having
there.
two Shrunkens to just sit and hit. You saw how Dampier tried to go for him in the last fight, but he just stood his ground with the Shrunken and kind of melted Dampier after their Shrunkens kind of wore off with the help.
Yeah, so this Kongor I think is going to fall here. There's the Restoration Stone on Dampier. And you know, I was going to say that that second keeper route, I think that really screwed up Dampier. I don't think he had the second way to get out of that route. As I think he used the, you know, he has to use the Shrunken kind of preemptively so he doesn't get locked down. But at the same time, the Behemoth was dead, so there was not that threat of the Shockwave.
At the same time, without the Shrunken, the Dampier takes a whole lot of damage from the Clanks.
Right,
And range
there
axe,
is
though.
the magic presence from the Clanks. Yeah, the range axe is going to fall despite Master Worms and Blitz being over here. It looks like they got there a little late. So while Fife gets the Kongor, they do make out with a range axe up at the top lane, and they continue to have a little bit of an advantage here in terms of build, you know, objectives. They are leading in Raxes despite.
Even the
Still
bottom
being
tower
behind
fell.
Golden
I don't know
XP.
when. I didn't catch it, but for the Legion
Yeah.
took the bottom tower. So
And
that
Keeper
Rex
the
is
Forest has a
horrible.
sheep stick now. Sorry to cut you off there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that that open Rex actually is a big deal when it comes to split pushing. But I don't even know if Hellborn wants to split push anymore. I think they're fine fighting at this point. The lead is really not that big anymore. At 55 minutes, 10,000, it's really cut off.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that
jump
comes
from
down
Prisoner
to
here in the bottom lane.
Heroes kind of holding gold. Yeah, Prisoner gonna miss his initiation. Clanks opens with a stun. There's the sheep stick, and they're gonna burst down the Clanks. Maybe they're gonna force the first buyback, possibly, if they want to continue this fight. But the ports are happening. Keeper of the Forest makes the escape. There was no more lockdown. The Hellflower and the sheep sword both used. It looks like they stacked those on the Clanks, or maybe they used it to prevent the first keeper route coming out.
Look
But
at
they did
top
use
lane.
one
That
toward
wave
the end
is
there.
so huge.
Yeah, that's
And
a big.
this
That
is
is
not
not
the
a creep wave
to-
that Blitz can defend. Yeah, you were kind of hinting at that. He uses the arcane bomb, but that's not going to do a whole lot.
When I
doing
play
everything
Blitz
he can.
happens, I am so sad. I cannot do anything to this creep wave when I'm Blitz, and he cannot do anything either. I think he's
Yeah.
gonna use the ultimate on the next wave, and his team is gonna look to force his buyback. But once his buyback happens from Clanks,
Prisoner jumps in. He's going to miss the hook. There's the first buyback coming in. There's the shockwave coming out on the Prisoner. He cannot get his shrunken head off, and Slasky
Kraken
will
gets
fall. Kraken does get sheep. You called that he is going to fall as well. There is one buyback on the Kraken, but none on the Prisoner, as they do force out the first buyback from the Clanks. And he still has one more ready to go with 3,600 gold in the
oh,
bank.
Retro's coming in, almost killing the Blitz.
Oh,
It
wow,
was
yeah.
actually close.
That would.
Oh, one more!
Oh, one more, and the Fountain Regen will keep him
Oh.
alive. There's going to be the preemptive buyback coming in from the Kraken as the Geometer's Bane going to be used to bring down the tier 3 tower here. Range Rax taking heavy pressure. They need that arcane bomb from the Blitz to blow up those illusions. He's not using it. I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah,
Not
me
using
too.
the arcane bomb there.
It has
They're
quite
just
a
gonna-
big... What? Okay.
No, it is off cooldown. I mean, they need to use
Right.
that to
I was
take out
saying it
those
has
Raxes.
quite a huge range, so he could have... Are they just gonna
Clanks
get
is
Mega
just gonna
Slurp?
pound in the Raxes. Here comes the release of Kraken. It's going to miss the root. Does lock down Dampier. Sheepstick comes in on the Kraken. He did not use his shrunken head. And Dampier, he is forced to fall back. He still has his restoration stone. He's going to use it. Master Ram's going to fall in the background. Kraken does go down. He does not have a buyback. He is currently out. And did Fife do the MSI comeback?
Oh my
This
God.
gold lead is down to 2,600. Only one Rax remains from Donkey Kong as Dampier is going to
Oh my
fall.
God.
And there is no more buybacks. Clanks is going to fight strong. Double damage or double tap comes in for the Clanks, and they may have just done it, Ramaty. The comeback is real as the 3-man pull in from the Prisoner. He gets doinged in the air from the Drunken Master, but Prisoner is going to fall back here. He gets sheepstick by the Keeper of the Forest, and that is going to be the Mega Creeps. Fife has done it here, Ramaty. The shockwave, the exclamation point to set it all on top, and I think Donkey Kong knows that they made a massive mistake here in this game number 2. They have lost this game. Fife does it. The GGs are called. 58 minutes. We will have our
Amazing.
winner of this best of 3 as they take it 2-0. What a series.
Wow. What performance by 5. I think this was probably the best comeback I've seen in this ClanTour so far, or perhaps even in this year in competitive play. I dare say, very, very amazing job by Five, and shout out to all of them. That was very methodical, and they are all deserving of a big clap. Or
You can't hear
applause.
my clap. I'm clapping. But yeah,
Yeah.
that I don't know if I've gotten to cast a better comeback than this one. That is for me up there with the best as Fife brings it home 2 games to nothing. They make the comeback happen. I mean, what more is there really to say other than big big congrats to
Big
them for
ups. Yeah.
sticking in there. A lot of teams would have maybe thrown in the towel or maybe,
Yeah.
folded under
Lose
pressure,
mentality.
but
Yeah.
they stuck through it all the way, and big credits
Uh,
to them for
Now they
taking
gotta be
out
on cloud
Donkey
nine.
Kong.
They gotta be
Yeah,
so
they got to
happy
be
with this.
feeling very, very good here. But
Amazing.
that I mean, I don't I'm kind of speechless. I don't really know what else to say other than congrats
Right.
to them for making
Yeah.
that
At the
comeback.
same
That
time,
was
Donkey Kong,
great to
good
watch.
job winning early game. Good job getting all that lead. But yeah, I think really shows the experience of Imbaboy as a call maker to just kind of handle the situation where they were so far behind, and yet it never felt like they were out of it for 1 second. And yeah, it's just that's why you love to see just the team never give up, because that could happen, and that's why I think most teams just should have the mentality to always go for a win and don't just give up.
Ban the freaking keeper and clanks, man.
And
No,
yeah,
but
man,
really,
the
they
freaking
they did a
keeper
lot
clanks.
better. They did a lot better in game 2 with handling that keeper and clanks, but
Right.
I think a couple slip ups in mid and late game kind of
But to be
cost them.
fair, I'm not sure if another hero could have done what Clanks did that game. So definitely, Imbaboy Clanks is something out of this world.
Yeah, no, that was a sight to see. Very, very special indeed. But that's going to conclude it for this series. That's going to finish it 2 games to nothing. Fife takes the series, as we pointed out. And I think we have a bit of a break before Willowkeeper versus Paloma, team the Paloma, which is going to be our third round 2 series, our third quarterfinals match. That one will take place at 7 p.m. CET, which actually that's coming around the corner, I believe.
Right.
Uh,
In 8
that
minutes.
one you got the EU clock. That should
Yeah.
be is
8
that
minutes
that's in 8 minutes. So actually,
for us.
we're not going to have a short break. We're going to be back with some more Han action. So you don't want to go anywhere, ladies and gents. We're coming back very soon